What is up, guys? Hope y'all's doing well today. I'm giddily excited about this one. Probably going to be boring to a lot of you guys, but my flight in real life today was canceled for a couple reasons, but we got the Piper, the same airplane that I fly in real life. We're going to be flying today in the sim. I just got it. It's the vFlyteAir Cherokee 140 Modern. I think ours has maybe 10 extra horsepower, but I've simulated the same weight that we would have here too. I've got 400 pounds in the front for me and a flight instructor, as well as full fuel, and we're at the airport that I fly out of, and I'm going to try to do everything. I don't have my checklist or anything, but I can probably do a lot of it from memory. So that's the way I'm going to treat this. We'll fly from here, do some touch and goes at a couple airports around here, and then return back to KLZU at Advanced Aviation. We even got a little spawn point at Advanced Aviation, which is the flight school that I go to. It looks a little different than in real life, but not too much. I guess this would be a little bit further over this way, and on the other side, we'd have the storefront. These hangars are there, as well as these ones. Some different airplanes. No Barons, no C-90s over here, a couple Skyhawks, and a few other Pipers down there. But everything else, pretty much the same. So we'll get in here. First thing I do, climb in here. We'll go ahead and get the master power on and turn on the avionics.
Guys, 133 at High Line, runway 20 at November. You will be number 2 for departure.
Shut up. And rotating beacon on. First, double check over here. Our fuel is full in both tanks. And I'll check the Hobbs meter. So we got 1.2 hours. Or 0.12 hours. Started it up and taxied around a bit. Then I peek my head out here and make sure that the rotating beacon on the back of the tail is working. And it is. Also set the parking brake. And we could kill that for now, and we'll do the walk around. Set the flaps inside. Crawl my big ass out the plane. Down the backside, check the antennas back here. A couple more on ours in real life. Then down to the flaps. Check the connections to the wing here. There's like a little strut there, and one on the far end. Push down the flaps to make sure it's not wiggling around. Then come over here, peek my head underneath, check out these little spars here where it's connected to the wing, make sure that those are all connected and in good order. Then over to the aileron, grab that, lift that up. Oh, let me get the flight controls on there. Make sure that's moving and free and secure. Double checking the hinges and the wings where it's connected, and on the bottom as well. Making sure everything is looking okay. Light coming around to the leading edge of the wing, making sure there's no dents or cracks or any paint chipped. Even though it reads full in there, I would take the fuel cap off, which we can't. Double check inside the tank, make sure that those are full. Peeking down under the wing, undo the tie down here, checking the fuel vents, making sure those are unobstructed and secure. Over here to the landing gear, double check that the struts are not collapsed. You can see that little exposed piece of metal there, no fluid or anything on the ground. Right here is where you'd sump the fuel. Since we got a full tank, I would assume it was probably just topped off. So we sump here. Once you're done there, checking for particles or water and stuff inside the fuel tank. Back up here to the left cowling. This is where the oil is. I don't think you can open this. Can't. Check the oil here. Make sure you got between 6 and 8 quarts. Double checking that everything looks to be in working order and connected and stuff as best I can. I am not a mechanic. Have a peek down at the front landing gear. Same here, making sure they're not collapsed. Looking for any sort of oil or anything leaking from outside. Then on to the front of the airplane, the propellers. Check the leading and trailing edge of both prop blades and the nose cone, making sure there's no dents, cracks, or anything like that that might be an issue. Peeking in the air intakes. You can actually see the alternator belt here. Alternator belt, making sure there's no bird's nest or anything inside there. Landing light is okay. Same for this side. That's all clear. Checking this prop as well. Scooting over here to the left side. Open this cowling. No oil or anything here, but just double checking to make sure that everything looks like it's connected. Looking down at the bottom, making sure there's no oil that's accumulated at the bottom. And same at the front of the airplane. There's no oil dripping down here on the ground, which would indicate maybe an issue. Over here, kind of hidden, is the sump. Second sump for fuel. So we'd strain there, make sure there's no water or particles floating around in there. While we're down here, checking the left landing gear. It is extended. There's no oil or anything on the ground. Here, sump the fuel for the left tank. Double check the fuel vent right here. Undo the tie down. And this is the pitot static column for the left wing. Double checking the leading edge, making sure there's no dents or cracks or anything like that in the front. And this is the stall warning for the airplane. So normally when you turn the battery on, you test the stall warning, but it's kind of hard to do by yourself because you have to have someone activate it. So just kind of jiggle this thing a couple times to make sure that it moves freely. Peek our head over here, check inside the fuel tank, make sure that that's full and the gauges are reading correctly. Swinging around here, checking the lights. Left aileron again, lifting that up, pushing it down, making sure it's secure, checking the hinges on the top and the bottom as well. And while we're down there, we can look at the spars connecting the flaps here. Again, pushing down on this flap, make sure it moves about an inch or so. Secure, and then checking the little hinges where not actually modeled in here. There's a big hinge right here next to the fuselage. Check the antennas on this side, back here to the stabilator. So this whole thing is like a free moving elevator. It's called the stabilator. This whole rear thing is elevator trim, which is pretty massive. And back around to the back. Coming down here, you untie here, the rear tie down, and I guess it's something to keep it from striking the tail or something. Wouldn't really want to squeeze this guy. Don't push the rudder too hard, but you can check inside to make sure that all the links are there and kind of feel it back and forth to make sure that it's...
Retard.
Who is that? Oh, Jesus. Horex, thanks for the host. Welcome. Didn't finish my pre-flight here. Peek around on this side, make sure, same thing, you can see the connections in there for the rudder. No big deal, everything's looking okay. And at this point, the external pre-flight is pretty much done. So I climb my big ass up in here, put the flaps back down, and sit down in this seat. This is a little bit different than the one we fly real life. So let's see, we get the master power can come on, make sure the rotating beacon is on. Still it is. Hasn't been flown today, so we go mixture rich. Prime it twice. 1 and 2. Crack the throttle about a quarter there. Let's see, get it on the left mag. Open this guy up. Yell clear prop. Prop area clear. Go ahead and give her a start. Good start, get it on both mags, and the RPM should come up a little bit, and it does. I forgot our fuel pump, that's okay. Started okay without it. Turn it back off at this point. On, good start, and avionics can come on. The weather is doing here, 122.0.
Kilo, Lima, Zulu, uniform, airport information. Echo 1556, Zulu, weather, wind, calm, visibility 10, sky condition 2600, scattered temperature 26, dew point 17, altimeter 3033. Advise on initial contact, you have information. Echo.
Information echo. So 124.1 is tower, so 121.8
Kilo,
for ground. So this actually looks like one of our airplanes at Advanced Aviation. Same kind of paint scheme, different registration number. Call up ground, tell them we got information echo, ready to taxi VFR out to the west, or sorry, out to the east. Go 1200 and stand by on the transponder. Let's see if winds are calm here. It didn't say which runways we're using, so let's look at the windsock. We'll go runway 7. What direction we're going? Clear taxi, runway 7 via Tango, Juliet, Zulu. Hold short at runway 7. Let's lean our mixture here for taxi.
Was that 1203, you can keep it going, Romeo into the ramp, hold 2227.
You see the toe brakes are modeled down there? The one that we have, they're practically worthless. They don't do anything. And usually taxi with the door open just to keep some air moving and stuff in the cockpit. At this point, I think we're ready to go. Let's go. Actually, before we do that, let me enable XP realistic for this one. Customize. A few things I do with this one. Airframe wind, turn that way down. It's super loud in the game. It's kind of ridiculous. Get a cam, bitch. Don't tell me what to do. How you doing, Scott? Scott? How's Korea treating you? This is actually the same plane that I fly in real life at the moment. My flight today got canceled, so I'm just doing this instead. Alright, that should do us. Go, go! Thanks, buddy. Have a good evening. It's pretty late there.
Encore 3404, ground, turn left, Charlie. Left turn on to Charlie, Encore 3404.
Also, since our toe brakes don't really work in real life in this plane, you actually use the parking brake to slow it down. It's about to make a turn here. It's a little extreme.
Air Canada 691, give way to Encore Q400, right to left of Romeo, Encore.
No taxiway sign on Juliet in real life. Right turn onto Juliet, right onto Zulu. I'll take that down to the run-up area.
3519, keep it going, Romeo on the Alpha Tango, call 2227.
Give go to Romeo Alpha Tango. Descent on
Go to your left.
2227.
2227.
Fly over to Winder first, do a touch and go there, and then go over to Jackson. Basically what I did yesterday. Winder. Jackson is Juliet. Charlie Alpha.
Ground, good morning. Cherokee 4 heavy to short and Delta. JT04, ground 24 right, altimeter 3019, is Victor, turn left Charlie. Oh, Delta Tango, Charlie.
That is not in there. It's under something else. We'll just find it on the GPS. And we'll just put LZU back in here for return. I'm guessing 1GA or 19 Alpha is Jackson, because that's about where we're going. So we'll just use that for reference, because we actually don't have a CDI that works in our airplanes. It's basically just VFR capable.
Heavy, hello, continue Alpha Hotel. Alpha Hotel,
At 1,000 RPMs, it rolls a little bit faster than it is in real life, too. I'd probably be tapping the brakes there. We'll take off, we'll do one pattern here, and then head over to Winder.
Ground runway 24 right, altimeter 3019 is Victor, taxi left, Bravo, Charlie. Okay, that's 3019 is Victor, left, Bravo, Charlie.
Parking brake. First, let's. What was our altimeter again? 3033.
Okay, that's 7346.
7346 ground. Runway 24 right, altimeter 3019.
You close the door.
Taxi left on Charlie.
24 right, left on Victor,
Latch it.
and 3019.
Flight control check. Back here and see if we can see the stabulator movement. They are free and clear. Flight instruments. Compass, no cracks, no bubbles. Reading east by southeast. Double check to make sure that, yes, we're lined up there in the directional gyro. You'd have to do it manually in hours, and it rotates or it varies pretty quickly. Altimeter 100 feet of field elevation, attitude indicator blue over brown, airspeed reading 0, turn coordinator centered, the CDI is lined up with the compass there, vertical speed reading 0, our other nav CDI here is in opposite plane, so we forget about that.
The altimeter is 3019, it's Victor, lift the 78705 and taxi.
Go ahead and start our run up, fuel pump on, switch our tanks over to the opposite side. To 2,000 RPMs. Here we go. Carb heat check. The RPM should drop there in real life. It does not here. No, sorry, Rich. Let's try it now. Do get a little drop in RPM there. Switch to left mag. Good drop. Both back up and over to the right mag. Back to both. Into the instruments. RPMs are in the green. It feels good. Ammeter is reading, charging. Oil pressure is in the green. Fuel pressure is in the green. Oil temperature is in the green. And our suction should be between 4.1 and 5.2. It is in the green. We're good there. Go ahead and bring this back to 1,000. Leave the fuel pump on. We'll go strobes. Nav lights. And a landing light. Clock is noted. Switch it over to tower. Taxi to hold short. Normally I would leave this little window open because it gets kind of hot, but it's also loud.
Air Canada 358 and power line for weight friendly 20.
Takeoff briefing is regular takeoff, rotate at 60 miles an hour. This should be in miles to knots. Miles an hour is on the outside, knots are on the inside. So 60, rotate, climb at 85, right turn to course at 1800. Get our transponder on, out. And at tower, Cherokee, November 5. Cherokee 5785 uniform, holding short 25, ready to go. No flaps for us. We'll just keep it rolling once we get on the runway. Airspeed's alive. 3 greens, oil pressure, fuel and oil temperature good. 60 miles an hour or so. And start trimming. The trim is actually on the overhead up here. We'll stay in the pattern for one touch and go, and then we'll head over to winder. The highway right there is 316, goes to UGA. There's 1800, so we'll start our crosswind. And pattern altitude is about 2,100 feet here.
Flagship 1 is Flagship 2594, leaving 1,800, set up to 5,000. Flagship 2594, departure, that's 6,000, set 2594.
So there's 21, bring the RPMs back. Stop that climb. And start our downwind.
Flagship 1 is Flagship 2594, leaving 1,800, set up to 5,000. Flagship 2594, departure,
Should be a highway here that I use as like a visual. This one seems a little close to the airport.
November 587, November 2008, climbing 5,000.
Alright, well, when the wing is abeam, the 1,000-foot mark's right there. Go RPM 1600 and we'll do flaps 10. Right about now, we'll start that descent. Get a little trim in there, looking for about 500 feet a minute.
Departure November 587, November 2008, climbing 5,000 on this.
Trying to keep 85 knots.
November 580, Tango November, departure, radar down, flying time, playable 230. Climbing level 230, November 588.
Target up Newport 467 with clear visual Newport.
Alright, there's about 45 degrees on the back window, so we'll turn base. Keep letting it come down. And over here, there's like a road with a church on it that you can use to kind of line up with on your base.
467 with shelter, continue. Yeah, continue.
Flaps 25 here.
Jet 718 airborne, right turn heading 320, call departure to the turn, clear for takeoff, runway 24 knots, no delay to roll.
Okay,
Start turning in.
ring turn 320 and frontier is 12465, airborne of 718, clear takeoff 240.
Runway's main, start pulling power out.
Takeoff, runway 24 knots, no delay to roll.
Okay, takeoff,
Round it out.
turn 320 and frontier is 12465,
Flare, little baby flare.
clear takeoff 240.
Flaps up, full power, and we're already at 60 miles an hour, so we'll see ya. And then we'll head over to Winder and do the same thing. Get some more trim in here.
United 1646, contact center, 13532.
3532 today, United 1646.
So far it handles a lot like the real plane. That's pretty cool. The only difference is that our fuel meters do not actually really work in the plane. They read properly for full and about empty, but everything else you should probably use visual references inside there. Make a little turn here to head to Winder. Jackson.
Okay, there's a beaver just behind that.
Performance seems about right too. This is pretty cool.
Air 230 has the one just running the threshold 260 landing in that turn. Ready for contact. Okay, he's just off the left side. Let me know when you see that. Contact.
Let's see, Winder. AWAS 118.575.
Winder Barrow weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 2700 scattered, temperature 26, dew point 17. Altimeter 3033. Winder Barrow weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 2700 scattered, temperature 26, dew point 17. Altimeter 3033.
Alright, and they're Unicom 123.
Winder Barrow weather. Wind calm, visibility more.
Actually, go ahead and switch it to the other tank. And for now, turn off the fuel pump. The fuel pressure stays decent. Winds are calm. We got a runway 13 that we'll probably use. Runway 13. There it is, right there. See, not the fastest airplane in the world. It's 100 miles an hour, probably no ground speed. .5 miles. I went to 91.9 knots. left down, start descending here. We're going to fly right overhead the field, and we'll do a 270-degree turn right into the left downwind. Trim that out for about 500 feet. Time check. I'll just leave the landing light on, get the fuel pump back on. There's also like an Air National Guard thing here, so there's usually on this little ramp there's a bunch of Black Hawk helicopters lined up.
Traffic in Hotel Zulu running at 32. Traffic in Hotel Zulu running at 32.
Traffic pattern here is about 1,900 feet. So we're going to go 500 feet over that, so 2,500 will level out and fly overhead the field, and then we'll descend. Do a right descending 270 into the left downwind.
Drop at the proper turn payload, turning final, leaving 2.
We're going to 2,500, give it a little power, and trim that out.
Traffic showing progress, 31 field. Landing joint mid right 32, we have traffic in front of us, we'll get a behind you, and there's another one.
Pretty busy here yesterday. A bunch of people landed on 1-3, and then all of a sudden everyone started switching to this runway below us. As you can see, it's like a huge displaced threshold. So usually everyone uses this runway because on this side there's a bunch of trees all the way to the very end. So it's kind of hard to clear those and kind of annoying. Just land with the crosswind, you pussies.
Landing joint mid right 32, we have traffic in front of us, we'll get a behind you, and there's another one.
Traffic in Hotel Zulu on the roll 32 with departure westbound.
This little thing opens up a port on the front right that brings air in from the outside. Let's see if that's on there. Oh yeah, you can see it opened up on the door. That's cool.
Traffic in Hotel Zulu on the roll 32 with departure westbound. Traffic Echo Victor Sierra turning right now in 32. We got the traffic over in the field.
see that runway back there behind us, and we'll start this 270-degree turn to the right to clear the pattern. Start descending down a little bit. Hey yo, how's it going, man? So far, I'm pretty impressed. It handles. I simulated the same kind of weight and fuel load that we've been doing during our flights, and it handles about how it does in real life so far. My flight today got canceled because somebody was like, they were doing a test with my instructor, and they drove up from south of the airport, and their airplane had a flat tire, so they took the one that I reserved, and my instructor called me and asked me if he'd be cool with just canceling today and then going back on Monday. No big deal. Come out here and fly this bad boy. Get my practice in here.
Yeah, why not? Alright.
Alrighty. A little high. How you doing, McFatty? Bound to beam those 1,000-footers. 1600 flaps 10. Storming for video games, baby. 500 feet. Peek out here, wait for the runway to be about 45 degrees behind us. If you got something slow, I can jump on Squawk Box and can give you a little tour of the area. A little wide out here, that's alright.
Traffic, Julie Bomber X3, joining him in break number 2.
I get that base, flaps 25. Alright, here we can do power for altitude and pitch for speed. So we'll do a full stop here. I'm at Winder, which is Kilo Whiskey Delta Romeo, I think. Got something to fly slow. This thing does not go very fast. Alright, I got the runway made, so we'll go ahead and pull the power out here. Round it out.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor, starting the circuit straight out off 320 left turn off to the west.
Nice. Alright. Winder, Georgia. I'll pull off here and I'll park at the ramp where the Blackhawks normally are.
Circuit straight out off 320 left turn off to the west.
Lean that out a smidge. Not that I know of, but if there is, we're just going to do VFR. This area is all, I think, Class Echo. It's fine. I doubt there's going to be a controller on at LZU, and that one is outside of Atlanta's airspace, so we should be good. Well, that's cool. So in real life, this is a, you know, I said there's like a Army, or what is it called, like an Air National Guard thing. No Blackhawks, but they do have those, whatever model the Sikorsky helicopters are. flaps up. Turn the fuel pump off. Get the strobes off. The landing gun off. Man, this thing is cool. I'm surprised at how well this thing performs.
Traffic, uniform Golf Zulu.
I mean, in terms of like what it does in real life, that's cool.
Southwest 922, 1,700
Let's get this thing back to neutral. But it's weird getting used to this kind of trim though on the overhead. Whoa.
Traffic, uniform Golf Zulu, departing the circuit. Straight out and planning to head southwest 922, 1,700 feet.
Oh, can't even get in there. It's all gated off. Alright, there should be a ramp down here. Look at that little beauty. The windows look a little smaller in real life. KWDR, I think. Double check here. Yes, sir? Winder Barrow, that's the one. There should be a ramp up to the northwest. What the F is that? Is that a CRJ? Not in real life, friends.
Turning wide base over the 407 runway 32 touch Golf. Traffic Echo Victor Sierra, turning wide base over the 407 runway 32 touch Golf.
Park next to this 172 and we'll get on Squawk Box.
Traffic Victor Juno Kilo, turning right downwind 32.
That'll do, pig. Leave it at 1,000 RPMs there. First, let me get on Discord here. There he is.
Here Tuesday Thunder.
Alright, I'm going to put a Be Right Back screen on so I can log in.
Okay.
Good Boeing 737.
Yeah, you said slow, right?
Yeah. What do we got? PA-28.
That's what I was thinking about going into.
Cherokee, there we go. Nice. Connect. Error call sign and use. Alright, we'll go. What's my...
Why is somebody already your call sign?
How dare they? Just do the ones on the airplane. November 5785 uniform. This Piper actually looks exactly like one we have at our school. There we go.
Yeah? Cool.
Alright. And back. We're back.
Hey, we're back.
Where's McP?
Still getting loaded in.
Oh. Yeah, I'm liking this thing.
It's pretty close to the real thing, though.
Performance-wise, yeah, it's pretty much spot on. Doing just what I do in real life, and it works the way it's supposed to.
Cool. Is that which developer did this one?
vFlyteAir.
Okay. Oh, this was just released not too long ago, right?
Yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. Not bad.
Too bad I won't get to see it when we're on Squawk Box.
Oh yeah, it'll probably be a 152 or 172 or something.
Or a Boeing.
Fingers crossed.
It's the slowest loading ever.
Oh, that's cool. Looks like there's even some weathering and stuff on the back by the stabilator. Just like ours.
Oh, yeah. Why is there weathering there? Does it make contact ever, or?
No, it shouldn't. Just the tail. I mean, ours have like little spots of rust and stuff all over them. Old airplanes.
Traffic, Victor 0 Kilo, turn angle right, downwind, 32.
Winder Barrow weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4100 scattered, temperature 26, dew point 1. Altimeter 3033.
Traffic Echo Victor Sierra turning final runway.
Let's see. 3033. What about Jackson? 118125.
Finally loaded in.
So the one that we're going to go to next, in real life it's cool when you do the approach, there's like a farm on both ends of the runway, so there's a bunch of cows hanging out when you're on final.
That's cool.
Yesterday we were doing runway 35.
Is there scenery there, or is it default?
I think it's default. I've never actually flown in there in
Traffic Echo
X-Plane.
Victor Sierra turning final runway, 32 touch and go.
Squawk Box connect. P28. Command. Okay. Where are you? I'm on your left.
Oh yeah, there you are.
Alright, I suppose I'll start this bad boy up then.
I'll actually taxi up to the taxiway there.
Just gotta change my throttle quadrant.
What are you flying?
Got it. Right now I'm flying the P28.
Which one?
Turbo Aero 4.
Yo, you're gonna be way faster than me.
That's a good point.
This is 140 horsepower.
I can fly a Piper Cub.
Yeah, that'd probably be about the same speed. You could. You just have to probably keep your flaps out the whole flight.
You know, or I could go into my 152. I like flying that.
152, probably about the same speed.
About like 110 cruise or so.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll do that then.
Alright, we'll hold it right here.
Uno momento, por favor. For the Spanish-speaking viewers.
I don't think anyone's watching. I was like, this is going to be the most boring stream for anybody to watch. Flying a Cherokee 140, just doing little patterns around local airports in Georgia.
There's two other people other than me watching.
Well, they're losers. Just kidding, we love you.
See ya.
Bye.
Alright, so now I'm back.
Let me look out the window. It does not look this cloudy in real life. Ah, no. Scattered clouds. Broken. Beautiful out there. Sure wish I was flying today.
I had to give away your airplane to somebody else.
Yeah. He said he owes me a case of beer. That sounds okay.
Fair.
Also, you know that the Aztec that I posted the pictures of the other day?
Yeah.
The guy who's training, he's doing his multi-engine training on it. I think he's flying next Friday or Saturday. And my instructor asked him if I could ride the back seat with him. He said, yeah, he's cool with that.
Is there much of a back seat for you?
Actually, yeah. I mean, that thing's pretty big. Not like this thing. When I'm sitting in this thing, the seat is all the way back, touching the seat in the back. Plenty of leg room for me, though.
There you go. That's all you need.
Copy, 2 lift off, very clear. 3-2.
Alright.
Let me see if I close this. It's actually modeled. Oh, it is.
Copy, 2 lift off, very clear. 3-2.
Open.
Nice.
Nice. Doesn't really do much, though.
Nah, just, gives you some fresh air. Alright, which airport we going to?
1-9 Alpha. If you want, you can just follow me.
Yeah, going to my flight plan, just so I have it.
Back into the hangar.
So we're going to do like a wide left loop around it, and then we'll come in on a 45 on the left downwind for runway 35.
So hold on, I was not paying attention yet.
Okay, oh, you just follow me.
10 Alpha or 19 Alpha?
1-9er Alpha.
Ah, it does not hit my GPS. I guess I'll just follow you. I've got the GTN 750 in here, or 650 rather.
We got the other one that I sometimes fly. It has a GTN 375, I think. It's about the same size as this one, the Garmin 430.
Yeah.
But it has some cool stuff. It shows all your traffic and stuff. It's all linked to ADS-B, so you don't need an iPad or anything with you.
Or should I put my Tundra tires on?
Probably not going to need it. It's a little warm here still.
Oh, okay. Alright, I'm ready when you are.
Alright. Let's go.
Should probably put the flight on again.
Copy, Victor, Kilo, turning, final. 3-2, full, touching from.
Definitely not flying on St. Louis.
Copy, Victor, Kilo, turning, final. 3-2, full, touching from.
I don't know if it's like an X-plane thing. Definitely don't need this much rudder to keep it on the line.
Yeah, I think X-Plane's still trying to get ground handling figured out, because flying the Baron the last few days, like trying to land that thing it's all over the place. And I can't imagine it's that hard to keep on the runway.
The Carenado with the red pack?
Yeah.
I need to fly that one. Keeper, what's up, man? How you doing?
Victor, Kilo,
If you want to, you can join us. We are on, what is this thing called? Squawk Box. Flying some slow-ass planes around my local airports. Ew. Sorry, I forgot. He made the full switch to Zebo full-time. You getting paid for that yet?
Victor, Kilo, down and clear, 3-2.
Can't fly slower than 250 knots. I definitely cannot fly faster than 250 knots.
Not under, what is it, 10,000?
No, I mean, period. Not in this thing. Maybe if I had like a super steep descent and a massive tailwind.
Which direction roughly are we going to be heading?
We are going to head north. I've never actually landed and taxied around at this airport. We've only done touch and goes here, so. Tailwind straight down to the ground. That's right.
Stop, Echo Victor Sierra, turning right downwind 32.
So take off, climb to about 1,700 feet, and then left crosswind, and then we'll turn upwind, or sorry, downwind, and we'll depart out of here and go up to Jackson.
Downwind 32.
Shash, welcome, my friend. Today's stream is going to be kind of like watching golf. You might fall asleep.
I kind of hope we get some golf claps though.
As long as these wind the I don't know, had two pretty decent landings, touch and goes, would be good.
And next up we have Pharaoh on the final approach.
We got a whisper. Left
Yeah.
base for 3-5, full stop.
Oh, nice landing. Expert.
It's gonna be ASMR flight sim.
Traffic, Victor Joe Kilo departing.
Until John Daly comes flying.
Alright, let's see here.
Victor Sierra's right base 32, full stop.
Little soft in the stream. How about now? Can you hear me now? Is that better?
Did you just get inside my head?
Yeah, inside your ears, buddy. Let's go. Fuel pumps on. Landing light on. Strobes.
Right base 32, full stop.
Oh, that's cute.
Mixture.
You have a fuel pump.
Shash, hey, how you doing? All right, let's go. Let's go.
All right.
No flaps for me, baby.
Chicken.
Traffic Echo Victor Sierra's base is final. Runway 32, full stop.
I wish my airplane had a horn on it.
Clear final. Passenger, you're my passenger. McFaddy's in his own plane. Feel the power. Miles an hour, see ya!
Traffic Echo Victor Sierra's base is final. Runway 32, full stop.
Start trimming. We hit 70 knots. We're gonna climb. Yeah, we're at about 90 now. Actually, that's 90 miles an hour, so probably about, what was that, 80 knots? It's a lot more exciting in real life than it is in here. Passenger flight in real life? I can't. What are you talking about on FSE? You rolling back there?
I am airborne.
Alrighty. Winder traffic, Cherokee 575, uniform, left crosswind, runway 13, winder.
Glad you're doing that because now I can learn the appropriate things that I should be doing when I'm on that sim.
Well, technically, when you're on CTAF or something, you have to type all that shit, so I don't even bother. So now we'll go winder traffic, Cherokee 5785 uniform, left downwind, runway 13, departing the pattern. Bitches, winder. Which country am I from? I'll give you 2 guesses and the first one doesn't count. Probably stay around 3,000 feet.
Okay.
Keeper, both of those are wrong and I hate you. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2
What did he say?
Korea, Canada.
Yeah, close enough.
You just stay on this heading for now, and then we'll turn over to Jackson. And turn the fuel pump off. Fuel.
Your plane climbs a lot better than mine.
You gotta find your best climb, your VY. Right. Level up at 3,000.
I'll get there eventually.
Traffic Victor 2 Kilo, turning downwind for 32 seconds.
US, you got it. Somebody got it. Someone who's known me for about 30 seconds. Unlike Keeper, a little disappointed in you.
Thought he was a friend.
Nah, he's South African.
Traffic Victor 2 Kilo, turning final.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither, but I like it.
Land and light. Turn that off. That's cool. Even when you level off, you can the RPM start to come out or come back up too. It's pretty realistic.
Well, I did a good job.
Yeah. Oh, good question. But yeah, I would say probably yes, judging by your accent. If not, that's pretty impressive.
Traffic Victor 2 Kilo, turning final.
You're American, US, my God. How are you doing back there?
I am doing alright. A little slow. That's okay.
See if these work. Oh yeah, they work.
I'm heading about 3:30.
Yeah, about 3:30. So we're basically just gonna go wide left of Jackson, then we'll turn in perpendicular to it, so we can come in on the 4-5.
Okay.
Actually, I'll get the AWAS there. 118, 125. Nope, doesn't work.
Too far out.
Let's try 118, 575.
Winder
There
barrow
we
weather.
go. Ah, same
Wind
one.
calm. Visibility more than 10. Sky conditions 4100 scattered. Temperature 26. Dew point 1. Altimeter 3033.
Yep, same.
Traffic in your front row, Bravo, goes across.
And Unicom 122.8.
Going in 11 and downwind for...
Yesterday we were flying around here, and when we were Winder where we just left, I don't know, somebody had, it was like their mic was hot mic'd or something, but it was just squealing the entire time, so no one could really communicate on the traffic frequency. Seems a little dangerous.
Somebody needed a squelch button.
Yeah, it was painful.
So there you are.
I flew yesterday in real life. I actually didn't do Failure Friday. We just played Escape from Tarkov all afternoon.
Thought it felt weird yesterday.
You missed it. Alright, start turning towards Jackson. Jackson County? Where's she at?
I am behind you. I'd say probably your 7 o'clock. Might be a couple hundred feet up.
Traffic, Oscar Charlie Hotel crossing.
Never actually flown here in the game. Just not sure what I'm looking for.
You got ortho here?
Yep.
Does having ortho help you at all, like in recognizing where you are?
Yeah, actually yesterday we flew out to where we just were at Winder, and my instructor, we only have VFR stuff on our airplane, so he's like, you have to navigate without using GPS. So the night before I did the flight in like the Robin and just memorized some landmarks, and it totally worked.
Nice.
Yeah.
We following this highway here, kinda?
Yeah, the highway should be just off the end of the runway.
Is it gonna be on our left side or the right side of that highway?
It's going to be on the right side of the highway. Where you at? Oh, I think I see it. There it is.
Traffic in Foxtrot Bravo, just over Edgefield, joining the left downwind for clear.
Where are we looking?
Let me see here. Just off my nose at 12 o'clock, you see the highway. It's probably about 10 degrees to the right. It's like a brown patch.
Oh, yep, I see it. It's a surprisingly big airport considering it's not in my GPS.
But the what do you call it? The objects and stuff are still there.
Yeah.
Huh.
Normally airports of this size will show up on the GTN.
Alright, I'm going to bring it back a little bit and start descending. Traffic pattern is about 2,000.
Victor Kilo Kilo, right-hand orbit, early in the downwind for spacing. Traffic overhead the field, turn unit downwind now.
We were doing these turns around a point the other day. This is like a ground reference maneuver where you find like a little object on the ground, and you kind of keep it on the wing and you circle around it.
Yeah.
So you always enter on the downwind for it. It's crazy, like when you hit the upwind side, the plane starts gaining a bunch of altitude because, you know, you're getting all this extra airspeed in front of you that you're not getting on the downwind side. It's weird.
Oh, just from catching the wind.
Yeah.
What's your airspeed right now?
About 110 miles an hour.
Okay.
Start making traffic calls here.
Getting dangerously close to you.
Go fuel pump back on. Good, switch the tanks.
India Foxtrot Bravo, I'm turning downwind.
Traffic, Papa Kilo Kilo, turning final 32.
See, I have that in my GPS as KJCA.
Yeah, that's what it should be. But for whatever reason, when I tried to put that in my GPS, it didn't work.
That's annoying.
Yeah. So I just found it on there. It was listed on the GPS visually as 19er Alpha, so I put it in there and that, and it came up Jackson County.
Okay.
Jackson County. Oh yeah. With the ortho, man, it looks just like it does in real life. That's cool.
Traffic in the Foxtrot Bravo downwind for 32.
I just like that you and I are able to navigate. Like I'm asking you, like, okay, what am I looking for? And we can just point stuff out.
Yeah, that's super cool. Alright, you got some spacing back there?
Well, I'm going to let you do your pattern, and while you do that, I'm just going to continue to stay in the pattern.
Alrighty.
Traffic in the Foxtrot Bravo
Turn
downwind
left
for
downwind for runway 35, touch and go, Jackson.
I got a little bit of spacing, but probably not enough realistically.
Just do a big long, just extend your downwind a little bit.
You say you're turning left down? Oh, left-hander. Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And we're basically abeam the 1,000-footers. Bring it back. Flaps 10. Slower down. Trim, trim, trim.
Is this what your instructor's got you doing?
Yeah. I mean, literally, since I can't fly today, this is almost exactly the same as it is in real life. That's pretty cool. Alright.
So you just fly back and forth between the airports, do touch and goes?
We went to Winder first, and it was pretty busy, so we came over here, and there's just one other person in the pattern, so stayed here. Did 11 touch and goes yesterday.
Nice.
There we go. Left base, 3-5, touch and go, Winder. Flaps 25.
Traffic, Papa Julie Kilo. Clear runway 32.
Oh, dude, this is good. This is amazing. This little field right in front of the runway, full of cows.
Traffic, Papa Julie Kilo.
There we go. Winder.
Clear runway 32.
Cherokee, blah, blah, blah. Turning final, runway 35, touch and go, Winder. Love you.
See ya.
See ya.
It's incredible how much that's entered into my like everyday life.
I gotta get the guys at the airport that I fly out of saying it. Always gonna be a little bit of a crosswind here. Here we oh, she's a gustin'. Here we go. Got the runway. Bring out the power. Keep the nose down. Round it out. Flare. Burn it off. There we go. Flaps down. Full power. See ya.
So you went 10 degrees to full flaps then for once you hit the ground?
10 degrees on base, and once I get it straightened down on, 10 degrees on downwind, and once I get it straightened down on base, then 25 degrees, so flaps 2. Don't use full flaps unless it's a short field takeoff.
Okay.
And I don't use any flaps for takeoff, unless it's a short field takeoff. Yeah, on this side, when you cross over the road, you'll probably be able to see it here. There's a massive house in the middle of a giant farm. So the highway is coming up right here. On this other side, right over here, there's a giant freaking mansion. Let me see if we can turn a little bit to the right.
Oh my god, I see a deer running across that field.
Really?
3 of them. 4 of them. Holy
What?
shit.
That's awesome.
The one that you said about all the cows. They're running across the runway right now.
Oh, there's the field right there. So that is a big house with a pool, and it's like a giant farm around it. That's awesome. I'm going to turn crosswind here. Unfortunately, it's just on the ortho. There's no auto gen or anything there, but that's still pretty cool. You can see it.
Yeah, I'm just finishing up my touch and go. Gaining altitude.
That's right. I'm doing like a long upwind here. Alright, turn downwind. Dude, it's amazing. This is awesome.
You do another touch and go?
Oh, hell yeah. We'll do another one and we'll go back to our airport.
So this big field on the left on the other side of the highway, the one with the mansion?
Yes.
I think I
It's
see
right
where-
behind me right now. You can
Yeah, I
actually
think
see
I
the
see.
mansion. There's like a road that goes through the middle of the field, and the mansion's like just off to the right.
Yep.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor's over to start 2,100, descending to 1,500, crossover field.
Hey, my instructor's actually here. What? I'm actually doing touch and goes. We were just talking about how I didn't get to do it in real life today, so I bought the Cherokee 140. And it performs just about like it does in real life. I put about 400 pounds in the front seat, and then I got full tanks. How you doing, X-Plane pilot? Here we go. He's gonna judge the shit out of me here.
Oh, great. Well,
Get out of here, Matt. Get out of here.
Traffic, Victor, Zulu Kilo.
Alright, there's the 1,000 footers.
What are you talking about when you say 1,000 footers?
The big white squares on the towards the end of the runway.
Did you just see this squawk box?
Come
Squawk
on, come
boxer.
on. Who are they trying to do?
They want people to come fly in this area where this new guy is getting a C1 rating. So they're like, give him a hard time. And I'm thinking, oh, great, I'll go there. I have no idea what I'm doing and have him deal with that.
Yeah, let's go give him a hard time. Where's he at? How long would it take us to fly there in these airplanes?
Forever, probably. It said come to the island, so I can only guess like the Caribbean or something.
Here we go. It's crazy how close this is.
Traffic off for Charlie Hotel.
Flaps 25.
Catching a little bit of turbulence.
Yeah, he nailed it. We're in Jackson. We just left Winder. So here's the field with all the cows that we were flying over the other day. You can actually hear them. That's immersion right there.
Traffic off for Charlie Hotel. Departing 321.
Somebody, thanks for the follow. Can't look right now. Still flat. Just like real life.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor's overhead the field, 1,500. We'll join the mid right downwind 3-2 behind the traffic mid down.
I think you can see some cows on the ortho.
Where? How come I didn't get no deers on mine?
Well, they're not there now.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor's overhead the field, 1,500.
Who just followed me? Thank you, whoever that was.
Behind the traffic mid down.
Sorry, I missed it. It was smooth, but it was flat. Which is what I've been doing basically in my life.
Coming in hot.
First student no-showed. Dang. Where were y'all supposed to fly?
Victor's joining mid right downwind 3-2 full stop.
Then a flat tire. What happened with the tire, you know? Or same thing that happened with 1-2 whiskey.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor's joining mid right downwind 3-2 full stop.
Traffic, Victor, Zulu Kilo, turning final for 3-2.
I'm gonna head back to Gwinnett. What time is the guy coming for the test this afternoon?
Traffic, Victor, Zulu Kilo, turning final for 3-2. Touch and go.
The guy that you're taking up in 1-2 whiskey. Didn't you say he had to do a test or something? Or is it just another guy who drove from pretty far? Might have missed the finer details. Oh, taking family up today. In 1-2 whiskey, they can fit in there? You got a small family?
Dog and a baby.
Tiny dog, tiny dog.
Traffic Kilo Oscar Victor's
Up to 3,000.
Okay. Right behind you, but about 500 feet below you.
Traffic on Australia Cell, turning circuit to the west, climbing 27.
Oh, I gotcha. So is he taking them out in the Cherokee then? Seriously, how big is his family?
Traffic on Australia Cell, turning circuit to the west, climbing 27.
Yeah, check it out. This one looks like 70 Romeo, doesn't it? Windows are a little big though.
Is that just bad modeling, or is there different variants?
Maybe there's different variants. I don't know. Still looks pretty good. Get the ATIS here. See if it's the real one. 132.27, right?
I got it as 118.575.
Winnetka Briscoe
Yeah, we got
FLD
it.
Information Tango.
Tango.
1600 Zulu weather. Wind light and variable, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 27, dew point 1. Altimeter 3032. Arriving runway 25, departing runway 25.
Okay.
Advise on initial contact you have Tango.
25.
What do you have for altimeter?
Altimeter is 3032. Arriving runway, and then tower is 24.1. So what they do in this situation, since we're coming from the northeast, would they say report right base for runway 25? That sound about right?
I'll buy it.
The guy who does the ATISes, sometimes he has got a little bit more verve than got there. What were the winds? It said winds were calm, but arriving runway was 25. I'll be ATC. All right, Matt's ATC.
All right.
Hold on, let me get a direct 2 here, so we can get a distance. 17 miles. So we'll call him in 7 miles. Get out of here. Climb to flight level 340. Hey, it couldn't do it, but even if it could, you know how long that would take us? You know how long it takes us to get to 4,500 feet?
I was gonna say, flight level 034 takes us
Yeah.
like 5 minutes to get to.
20 miles to the southwest, inbound for landing. Looking for
Yeah, right off your wing.
Which one?
Left side.
You've been to 9,000 in an Archer. Dang. Hard to breathe up there?
You should be passing below me now.
Below you. Hello? Where you at?
Hello. Well, it depends on where Squawk Box puts me.
40 minutes to get up there. Was it worth it?
No.
Hang on. Let's switch fuel tanks here. Actually, I'll wait till we get down
20
there.
miles to the southwest, inbound for landing. Looking for
Wow, I picked up your prop wash.
Really?
Yeah, right when I passed behind you, I
Oh, I
almost
see you back there. Caution, wake turbulence.
Piper.
Yeah. Screen shot. How long did it take to get from Knoxville to LZU? Three hours. No coffee until your 1 hour ET. Those are Steve-O's rules, not mine.
Wow, that's great. I just caught that wake turbulence again.
Keeper, slow on the upkeep there, huh? Coffee, make you pee. Aiden, what's up, buddy? What do we got here? 13 miles. Yeah, well, I mean, it's either this or the glass panel, which we're not doing. So I'm just using the 430, which is kind of what we got with the little VFR thing in ours. Transponder's basically the same though.
Meanwhile, I'm driving my little 152 with all the glass panels.
Here you go. It's kind of whatever that one. Like this is even more immersion braking. The Aspen, the analog shit.
Static Piper Actor is about 20 miles south level 500 feet inbound for a wing 6.
I can see the field. Did you read that? The avionics are legit worth more than the plane.
What's that mountain up ahead?
Stone Mountain. It is the largest piece of freestanding granite in the world.
Oh, so we're not too far from
Atlanta?
Okay, don't we pass that when we fly to Takeoff a lot?
No. K-Cup would be back behind us. Alright, here we go. 10 miles. Gwinnett Tower, November 5. Wait, no. Cherokee 5785, uniform 10 to the northeast, inbound, full stop.
I almost went on frequency and just said what he said.
Let's go. Fuel pump. Landing light, switch tanks. Where'd our ATC go?
That's a 978.5, left 9136, we'll be doing a short.
Straight 25, report 3 mile final. Cherokee 85 uniform. See ya. Yeah, I figured that. I guess they would have given you port 3 mile right base. Can you see the airport?
Let's see, where am I looking at?
It's right off my nose at about 1 o'clock.
That's a 978.5, left base 136, short process.
Oh, yep, there it is.
I'm gonna report 4 mile final. That way, you got more time to type in your landing clearance.
That's a 978.5, left base 136, short process.
Where'd the airport go?
To your right.
I got it. Just right behind that little cockpit bar. Dutch baby, what's up?
center initial, the overhead to the left brake for 6.
Do a parallel landing. I'll land on the grass next to you.
Alright, just use the taxiway.
Call me Harrison.
Mark heading 715 Delta 10 miles to the south, center initial, the over.
Oh, this is actually the first time that I've flown in here on stream. I'll show you. I have like a custom, well, it's not really super great or anything, but it's a custom scenery for KLZU that has a spawn point at Advanced Aviation.
Maybe traffic says a 970 super cloud, but I'm ending that last, we'll be departing to the northwest.
Well, I'm way closer than 2 miles.
Traffic, 1 o'clock, 2 miles, looking for the traffic. 85 uniform. Traffic in sight. 85 uniform. Gwinnett Tower, 5785, uniform, reporting 4 mile final.
We'll be departing to the northwest.
Mark heading 715 Delta, 5 mile, initial to the overhead.
Continue and we'll wait for our clearance, 85 uniform. You're not my ATC.
Mark heading 715
Nice
Delta,
try.
5 mile, initial to the overhead.
Gunberry Tower, that's a 970 super cloud, clear to the northwest, 2000 feet, minus 2,500, last call.
Clear to land, 25, 85 uniform. Look out for that wake turbulence from a departing Gulfstream. How long does wake turbulence kind of sit around on the runway? And does that affect like the ground effect?
Gunberry Tower, that's a 970 super cloud, clear to the northwest, 2,000 feet, minus 2,500, last call.
I'd imagine it would affect ground effect. Oh, she's got that Gulfstream's wake turbulence.
No, that's mine, dude.
I'm right next to you.
Next to me. Oh, we were doing parallel landings?
Yeah. I'm lined up on the taxiway.
Caution, wake turbulence, Super Antonov on a 6,000 foot runway? I don't think so, buddy.
C-130 with JATO stopping power.
Was there a tree right in... Oop, no. What is going on with the trim? Trim's out of control.
Runaway trim.
It won't come down.
I'll just go ahead
The
and
trim's
get on.
all the way up. What the fuck?
Do you have an experimental flight model on?
Alright, we're just gonna have to land like this. Oh god.
We're all gonna die.
Traffic Bear 55 Lima, 4 miles to the east, landing across this field for left downwind.
Make Delta. Oh yeah, baby. what happened with the trim. Let's lean that bad boy out. Landing light off. Fuel pump
Traffic
off.
bearing Papa Lima 4 miles
Strobes
to
off.
the east, planning to cross midfield for left downwind.
See
36,
Tango
full
Delta,
stop.
monitor ground. See ya. 21-8. Was there a failure or something? Like, look, the trim went all the way up, and I couldn't get it to come back down. Trim button not working.
Autopilot?
No, there's no.
I think you had a failure on failure Saturday.
Yeah, 2031 heavy ground runway 34 left, taxi to Gulf Scale.
34 left, Gulf for Alpha, United 2031 heavy.
Should have
was
been
fun
able to
flying.
taxi straight ahead there. What?
That was fun flying.
Yeah. Go park it at Advanced Aviation.
Parked with the helos.
Do the pedals shake? Doesn't look like it. That really only happens in 1-2 whiskey, though.
Yeah, 2031 heavy ground runway 34 left, taxi to Gulf Scale.
34 left, Gulf for Alpha, United 2031 heavy.
Only when you're around, buddy.
Alright, well, I'm going to bounce out of here. I think I'm going to go back and do some more Atlantic crossing in the Barren.
Alrighty, buddy. We'll see ya.
Hopefully. We'll see if I make it. My
See
next
ya.
leg, a little questionable if I've got enough fuel or not.
Nah, you got it.
905-mile leg.
Have fun, my man. We'll talk to you later.
Alright, talk to you later.
American 1796. Alright, you got it now. Thanks. Gulf Scale.
Okay, we'll take off down to Whiskey Alpha, yeah. I'm going the right way now, American 1796.
I was just following ATC instructions, bud. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
American 1796. Alright, you got it now. Thanks. Gulf Scale.
Okay, we'll take off down to Whiskey Alpha, yeah. I'm going the right way now, American 1796.
This is Delta right here. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I turned off on. Never stopped that short before. That's Delta. You said Delta? Monitor ground. It's already off the runway.
So, just turn right on Lima, 200 Bravo November, keep your speed up, I'll have that front good fast.
Lima, Bravo November, thanks for the help, United
Well, whatever that stall situation we had with the trim.
Ground United 1265, we're Alpha November, just got a gate change up to the north side here, we're at Lima.
So,
Now it's working.
Just turn right on Lima, 200 Bravo November, keep your speed up, I'll have that front good fast.
Lima, Bravo November, thanks for the help, United 1265.
American 1796, next right turn, monitor tower 135.3.
3530, next right turn, American 1796.
Echo, you next like back at that thing on it.
We're there, man. Although none of these C90s, or whatever the hell that thing's called, is here in real life. It mostly looks like our ramp.
34 left, taxi to Golf, yeah.
34 left, Golf.
No Barons in there either. It's basically just Pipers and 172s. Yeah, seriously, that'd be cool if we had some C90s. Gotta plant that seed. Do some real twin engine training. Also, the Honda Accord or whatever it's missing over here. It's been parked there for about a month.
Southwest 1606, ground runway 34 left, taxi to Golf, yeah.
34 left, Golf. Out, left, 1606.
Southwest 1648, do you have the numbers for 34 left? Southwest 1648?
Yeah.
Oh man, how cool would that have been?
We have numbers for everything. What do you need?
Better than an Aztec, jeez.
I was just making sure you're not going to have to set your parking brake to reprogram it in.
We took
That's
care
as
of
tight
it
as
for
we
you.
can go.
Alright.
She can go further than that. There we go. Don't even have nav lights in real life. I guess they turn on when you put the beacon on, maybe. Let's see here. Live check. Let's see if this works without turning the airplane off. Oh yeah, she works. Made it, boys. Alright, that's gonna do it for me. I'm gonna fly something else, something a little faster. We'll see you. Matt, thanks for giving me some air traffic control today. The thing does not have a rep now. Be cool if it did, but I mean, we just did a flight with it. I kind of simulated the weight that we would have in real life, and it performs like you would expect it to in real life, so that's good. More advanced avionics than we've got, obviously. Even without the Aspen. Actually, let's watch that replay. See what happened there. Slow down, fella. So when I was figuring out that the trim kind of ran away. Panic. Panic has set in. Landed kind of how I do in real life. Now I'm going to get out of here. Guys, thanks for hanging out. Aiden, Matt. Cheers, guys. Dutch baby, keeper. I hate you all. See, there's some realism. See you guys tomorrow, Matt. I'll see you Monday. Cheers, buddies. We love ya. We'll see you later.